Hello, welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato sheds. We are in Morrinsville and it is a beautiful autumn day. The sun is shining, it's just amazing. And we've got a bit of a cool video for you today. We're going to give you some shed content. We know our shed fans love seeing some shed content, so we're definitely going to have that in there. But we're also going to talk a little bit about the tools involved in building your own shed. Now we're out the front of ToolShed, as you can see. And our man Jason in there is an awesome man to talk to about both of those things. He obviously loves tools. He owns a tool shop. So we're going to go chat to him about tools, and then we're going to go whip down to his place, which is not far away at all, and we're going to check out his shed. He can show us around, and maybe we'll touch on a few more tools that he used for his own project. So let's head on in, we'll do it. Oh, it smells like new tools. I love the smell of new tools. It also smells like money leaving my bank account. There he is, Jason. Hey mate.
G'day, how are you?
How's things? Good to see you. So you built a shed. You know all about tools.
I do.
Perfect man.
I know a little bit about tools. Yeah.
Sweet. Good stuff. Okay. Well, what we're thinking is you obviously built one of our Kitsets.
Yep.
It's just down the road.
Correct.
We'll go check it out, and you can show us all your lovely tools that you use to build your shed.
3 days. Let's
Cool.
do it.
All right. Let's go.
Cool.
Okay, should we get a little bit nerdy about some tools, eh?
Yeah, come on.
All right, should we start at the beginning? You're obviously going to have to drill a lot of holes into the slab.
Correct.
What did you use for drilling into the slab?
You definitely need an SDS style drill. Something like this can be battery, can be plug in the wall. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but you definitely need a hammer style drill to start drilling the holes.
Yeah. SDS, what does that mean?
SDS is the type of chuck that's in the end of it. You
Yeah.
can't use a normal drill bit to use concrete, so it has a special chuck end of it. Yeah.
Yeah, hammer drill, so it sort of vibrates a little bit. It's
Yep.
quite the easiest
Bangs as
description,
it
is
goes.
it?
Yeah, pretty much that's it.
Yeah, I was lucky enough, my old man had access to something like this, so that's what we used when I built my shed. I did try and drill a couple of P8 bolts just with a normal drill, and it was hot by the end of it. So you definitely want to use something like this. Don't try and use your normal drill, or else you'll just thrash it, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's a good tip. You can probably even hire these, right?
Yeah, you can definitely hire them.
Definitely don't go buying one of those. You're going to use them on maybe the first few days, and then you're going to be done with it. So hire one, borrow one, do whatever you can, really.
And you normally got a builder mate. You know, if you're building a shed like this yourself, you're going to know someone that's definitely going to have something like that. So yeah.
Cool. Okay. And building the portals, you're bolting a lot of stuff together.
Correct.
I just use a socket set.
Yep. You can use a wrench or a socket set. I use a wrench and a socket set just to nip it up.
Like an impact wrench?
An impact wrench, yeah. Something similar to this. Half-inch drive or something like that you put your sockets onto. But it's not a necessity. I did it because I have it all, you know.
Yeah. You can see the setup, you know, there's a fair few full drawers and stuff here. So Jason's got a few. You probably don't, but that's cool. Nothing wrong with a socket set and a spanner. Another, I think we both agree, and everyone that's built their shed can agree that clamps are essential.
Oh, definitely.
These are the best things ever, to clamp things, clamp girts into place and all these brackets and whatnot. Would you say 4 minimum?
3 to 4 minimum. Like those were my best friend. I put all the girts up and everything all by myself, just with a ladder and those. You can, it's definitely.
Yeah, so you did build this shed mainly by yourself?
Yeah, majority of it by myself. Yeah, I thought I could do it fully by myself, but I'm only one person.
Was that a bit of a goal of yours? You wanted to build your own shed by yourself?
Yeah, but when you start pulling out the planks and all the iron and stuff like that, it's quite long and big. Yeah.
So you've done it well to even set up girts by yourself is a good effort. And obviously those clamps made it a lot easier.
Definitely.
Awesome. Okay. So by now we've talked about the slab, we've talked about bolting portals together. You're going to be, by that stage, you're going to be tacking on a lot of girts and whatnot.
Correct.
Impact driver.
Yep.
Again.
Impact driver.
That's key with obviously a bit that fits a tech head.
Yep.
Bit of a no-brainer really. Yep. That's kind of...
You can use a drill. Some people prefer to use a drill. You can use a drill or an impact driver. Yep. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah. And what about, like I think I've got a Makita set, it's probably entry level or maybe slightly above.
Yep.
That would do the job in your opinion?
Oh, definitely. You don't need to spend big money on anything like that. It's, if you're doing it every day, definitely.
Yeah.
But, no.
Yeah. No. I'm seeing a bit of a theme. We've got Makita there, but I see Bosch here. You got a favourite brand? Is it Bosch?
I don't. I'm biased. Well, I'm not biased. I'm sort of with everything. I guess I see deals as they come along and buy them. Like my Bosch gear, I've had for 10 years and I'm still using it. I have bits of everything from different brands for what I like.
Yeah. So you don't really have a preference? You don't recommend a certain brand?
I don't. All brands are good now. Everything's good. If they weren't good, they wouldn't still be around. Like,
yeah, cool.
Good
to know.
Muchness, yeah.
Good to know. Go shopping, search out the deals.
Yeah.
All those well-known brands are going to be good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're using a tech drill for our girts and stuff. Even for cladding sheets, you're using, an impact driver. What did you use for cutting flashings?
Flashings, I use type of nibbler or even
yeah, this is my
shed.
one actually. Yeah, this is mine. I built a shed as well, same as Jason. Probably about the similar size. I didn't want to go out and buy a big fancy battery shear or anything like that. I found this attachment that fit onto my drill. And look, it wasn't amazing, but it did the job. I got my shed built, and look, I'm going to build one shed and I probably haven't really used these ever since. So this was a worthy investment for me.
Yeah.
You've obviously got something different here.
I use a nibbler. It's got a little pin that punches, and as you cut through the steel, it punches out the steel and cuts it, so there's no sparks or anything like that. This has been amazing. You can spend mega on these, but we sell these at the ToolShed, and I rate them.
And is this ToolShed brand?
That's a ToolShed branded one, yeah.
So you guys have got a lot of ToolShed branded things?
Oh, everything,
as well?
yeah. These are ToolShed, and then there's just some other items here that ToolShed do, but I just happen to have other bits and bobs, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, and even if you've got access, if you know a roofer or someone that's in the game, they might have a really nice battery shares that you can use. I know our builders use battery shares. So if you've got access to it, by all means, go for it. But there are other options that are cheaper, like these two things here.
Another really good investment too is if you're using a nibbler, or even when you're drilling in all the screws, you do get a lot of swarf, a lot of thing. Definitely a blower, definitely some type of, this is a smaller type blower. But
oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's quite cool. It's like an air compressor, air duster gun, but it's small. Definitely at the end of each day, blow everything down, because building in the Waikato, you get a little bit of moisture at night and you get a bit of swarf and rust build up and stuff like that. So a blower, they're cheap.
Yeah, 100%.
Just something to clear out all the steel and sweep it up.
Yeah, I know our builders are always pretty anal about getting everything off the slab at the end of each day. You know, if the dew comes in, it rains, you'll get little rust patches on your slab pretty quick. So make sure you're blowing it off. They're awesome tip actually. That's a real good one.
Yeah.
What do you got here?
Other things to make it easy. You don't have to have anything like this, but you can use a string line for when you're putting in your screws in the side of the wall and everything like that. But I used a laser. This saves hours and hours. These are awesome, because I was doing a lot of it myself, and quite a fairly long shed when you're trying to set up a string line, it can droop and everything like that. So I use a laser. You might see.
Oh, yeah.
You may see there. It's a
set on my hand there.
Yeah, funny in between, but setting that up when you're putting all your tech screws, and even when I was lining up my top portals, it has a dot in it, so we could drop the dot and make everything level, and very cool. And it had a magnet, so like I said, we could stick it on the outside and then put a line through, and instead of a string line, I was putting all my screws through.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, man.
So this type of thing, can you hire this type of thing?
I don't know if anyone would sort of hire them.
They're a bit delicate, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a bit delicate, but if you've got a builder mate, they'll definitely have one. Or even just a dot. If you didn't have a line, even a dot to line a lot of things up, they're cheap. $100. It's not. Yeah. It's nothing massive.
Yeah. But again, this is a nice to have.
Nice to have.
Awesome.
Do you need it? No, but
you don't need it. You don't necessarily need it. You'd use a level otherwise. Make sure your portals are plumb. But yeah, awesome. That'll be
level string line. Yeah. But no, we use it inside for hanging pictures and everything now. It's quite good. So if you need to swing the missus around or whatever.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Other more basic things, you've got a tape measure here. Kind of goes without saying, but obviously pretty key.
Obviously just a level.
Yep. Combination square, builder square,
yeah, combination square, builder square.
Yep.
Pencils, vivids. You don't need a lot. You don't need a lot of stuff.
And even probably a builder's apron. It's going to be something you definitely need. Just spend the money, you won't regret it, and you may not use it again, but it's something that you'll use so much while you're building, filling up with tech screws and screws, drill bits, whatnot.
I had those on the builder's apron clipped onto where the hammer goes here, and they're just handy.
Yeah.
A ladder, definitely a ladder.
Oh yeah, that would help. Yeah. Ladders always help.
Yeah.
There's obviously a few more little things, but this is the bulk of it. And if you organise all of these things, you'll be pretty sorted.